Kamala Harris just demolished Donald Trump at his own game. And this time, the old man is going to be really upset. Just wait until you see what went down. With less than 20 days to go until the election, both campaigns are in a sprint to the finish line. That means they're doing huge events. Trump had a town hall on Fox News with undecided women voters, though they didn't sound so undecided to me.
The Republican nominee for this year's presidential election, Donald J. Trump. Welcome.
This town hall ended up being a bunch of softball questions to nobody's surprise, and Donald Trump was just asked about immigration a lot as Fox News tries to scare the hell out of a bunch of housewives across America. But there was one interesting moment where the host, Harris Faulkner, asked Donald Trump about a quote of his that's getting a lot of attention. Donald Trump said that there's an enemy within America that's more dangerous than anything else. Watch.
They're using your words to say that you are not for crime and keeping particularly women safe in ads. I want to take a look at what you said and just tell me, let's watch it.
If we have to.
Yeah.
We have two enemies. We have the outside enemy, and then we have the enemy from within. And the enemy from within, in my opinion, is more dangerous than China, Russia, and all these countries, because if you have a smart president, he can handle them pretty easily. But the thing that's tougher to handle are these lunatics that we have inside, like Adam Schiff. I call him the enemy from within.
Mr. President, Kamala Harris has said you sounded unhinged and unchecked power is in our future. What do you say about that?
I thought it was a nice presentation. I wasn't unhinged. No.
Trump went on to talk about how Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi are the biggest enemies of America because of the Russia investigation, which led to some convictions, by the way, and quite a doozy from the Mueller report. But that also completely ignores the investigation by the useless Republicans into the Biden crime family for over a year that led to absolutely nothing at all. Now, on the flip side, Kamala Harris had a real event by doing an interview with Bret Baier at Fox News. And during that interview, this moment from Trump's town hall came up.
Question to the former president today. Harris Faulkner had a town hall, and this is how he responded.
I heard about that. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. No, but think of it. It's called weaponization of government. It's a terrible thing.
So,
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
Well, he was asked about that
specific... No, that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and respect to you,
that was the question that we asked him.
You didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it.
Woo! I love that energy from Kamala. Going into the lion's den, Fox News, and that was her first appearance on Fox News, by the way, and she had no problem pushing back and making sure people knew exactly what Donald Trump said. How dare he call you and I the enemy? We are his fellow Americans. A president needs to be the president for all Americans, no matter who voted for them. And Kamala Harris is the only one out of these two that has the ability to do that. But here's the best part. Kamala Harris beat Donald Trump at his own game, and she absolutely trounced him. Donald Trump cares about ratings, and Kamala Harris's appearance on Fox News was a giant hit. According to Mediaite, Kamala Harris' Fox News interview draws big ratings, trounces Trump town hall. According to early Nielsen ratings, 7.1 million viewers tuned in to watch what was an at times contentious interview between the Fox anchor and presidential candidate. And on the same day as the Harris interview, Fox News aired a decidedly pro-Trump town hall hosted by anchor Harris Faulkner that drew 3 million viewers. And Kamala Harris spokesperson Ian Sams made it even more evident what went down. VP Harris's Fox ratings blow Trump's out of the water. 7.1 million viewers for Harris with Bear, 3 million for Trump Faulkner town hall. In fact, VP Harris had as many viewers as Trump's women town hall yesterday, plus Hannity's September town hall combined. Now, there is nothing that bothers Donald Trump more than someone else getting more attention. And these ratings for Kamala Harris surely will sting. Now, some people will say, well, that was a pre-recorded town hall with the women that was released at a different time slot earlier in the day. And this was a big, unique event for Kamala Harris. Well, yeah, that's called being creative and coming up with new things to capture the audience. Whereas Trump is doing some pre-planned town hall with a bunch of undecided women who clearly have already made up their mind. So who's going to be interested in his usual hijinks, and they know it's just a fraud? Meanwhile, Kamala's taking chances. She has taken on difficult interviews like this Fox News one, and she's getting the attention and the eyeballs she deserves. So yeah, Kamala Harris came up with the better event for the day, and she profited royally. So I hope that this disturbed Donald Trump greatly, and Kamala Harris continues to get sky-high ratings, and Donald Trump fails miserably.